Kiwi FM.
Do it. Kiwi FM.
102.2 Auckland.
Radio Wammo Breakfast.
TV on the radio with Hamish, Coleman-Ross from stuff.co.nz.
Talking telly. G'day there, Hamish.
Morning, Wammo. How you doing?
Good. So this time last week we did a bit of a pre-Emmys, sort of with our picks, and the Emmys, of course, have happened.
They did. They happened on Monday, and they were amazing.
And amazing. What was amazing about them, though?
Oh, look, I've got to be honest. For most of it, I was really quite happy. Actually, I feel that the people who voted on these things.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the frocks. I thought you were into frocks.
Well, I actually was. January Jones took it out with, and I don't usually gush over fashion, but the Mad Men crew were by far and away the best dressed of the night. January Jones, who just is the business as far as hotness goes to begin with, she turned up, and I've got to be honest, she looked like she'd just jumped out of the ocean, like dried her hair off with a towel, and just pulled an amazing dress out of the boot of the car and slapped it on, gone, hey, I might just head off to the Emmys now, boys. All right, yep, cool, yep, sweet, catch us soon. And I was like, looking at her coming down that red carpet going, wah, bloody wee wah, until her co-star, whose name is, I can't even remember, that's the one who plays the...
John Hamm?
Eh?
Mr. Hamm?
Yes. And she came down, and my God, has that woman got breasts that fill out a dress?
Oh, you're talking about her? Oh, what's her face? No, we'll find out her name soon enough.
Well, yeah, I know. I mean, and you know what? If there's anyone out there listening going, why on earth can you not remember their names? Once you see a photo of this woman in a dress...
You forget everything else.
You just forget everything. Recently on Mad Men, there was an episode where they have some Japanese clients come over, and the Japanese clients just stand there and blatantly stare at her breasts, and she makes the comment, well, they're direct, aren't they? The great thing about watching the Emmys at home is that nobody can see you staring, and you can just do it in the privacy of your own place.
This is true.
But yeah, no, it was an absolutely fantastic time. I was a little worried, and I think I brought this up last week, I was a little worried that Glee was going to wipe the floor.
Yeah, now, why in particular were you worried about that?
I was worried because I felt that Glee as a show, the first 13 episodes, I thought were just note perfect. I was really impressed with that show. Now, what a lot of people don't realise was that the second half of the show that's been played was actually the continuation of that first season. They got extended to 22 episodes, and I wasn't fully convinced that the show maintained a lot of the character and the underdog status that I was championing it for in the second half of that season. And as a result, I wasn't very keen to see it do well at the awards. And, well, as it turned out, it didn't. It was Modern Family's night.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Modern Family. Okay,
so Modern Family is sort of like mainstream television's stab at doing The Office, if you like. You know, it's an observational documentary on a family. So no canned laughter, sort of a fly-on-the-wall camera type stuff, cutaway interviews. You know, it's very much The Office, but set in a family situation for the mainstream.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it groundbreaking television, but I would say that for the Americans, it's groundbreaking television.
And you wouldn't call it Breaking Bad either?
No, I wouldn't call it Breaking Bad, but hey, you and I are big Breaking Bad fans.
Huge.
And our boys took it out. So, you know, Best Supporting Actor and Best Actor going to the two main stars of Breaking Bad, I would have to say was one of the best awards to watch given out on the night.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston as Walter White.
Yes.
To go from that crazy wacky comedy to Breaking Bad, what an achievement.
Well, a lot of people say that, you know, they say, well, you know, he was Hal in Malcolm in the Middle, and everyone's sort of like, and to watch him turn into this, and let's be honest, he turns into a sadistic drug cook, meth cook, and his co-star, what's his name?
I got to go through my list.
Yes, go through the list. He was amazing, you know, and they are just two...
Aaron Paul as Jesse Pinkman.
That's right, as Jesse, yes, as Jesse Pinkman. They are two of the best in the business as far as character actors go. And best drama going to Mad Men as well. Mad Men's never rated very well in the States, and it probably will continue not to, because obviously the Americans have some aversion to watching good television. We love downloading it over here, but fantastic that the awards are still given out to the right people.
And what's the fuss with the X Factor?
Oh, over the ditch. Right? So, like, the X Factor Australia, it's a big deal. And I can't stress that enough. And one of the reasons it's a big deal is that the amount of money that's been sunk into this production over the last 4 months is kind of tipping out somewhere around about $20 million for Australia on Channel 10. This is the biggest television production in Australasia ever. And we're screening it on TV3 on Thursday nights. And by all accounts, it's a really good show. But it has had this horrible spectre over it by Mr. Simon Newton, is that right?
Yeah, no, Matthew Newton.
Matthew Newton, maybe his dad's Simon. Anyway, they had the first episode play in Australia the other night, and what had happened was Matthew was supposed to be fronting it. He was lined up to be the host, if you like. He was the Seacrest of the X Factor, and what happened was that he started getting involved in the booze and the drugs and the bashing of the missus. You know, the guy went off the deep end, and they decided to drop him as host. Okay, you say that's not necessarily the end of the world. Well, they replaced him with another guy from Home and Away. I don't even know who he is. I don't watch Home and Away. And what's happened was they had to go through 4 months of programming and cut him out.
the main host, yeah.
So, like, promos, billboards, everything. But not only that, then when X Factor opened on its opening night in Australia this week, A Current Affair on ABC had an interview with Mr. Newton's parents to find out how his drug addiction is really affecting him. And when they had this interview, believe it or not, the Current Affair segment outrated X Factor.
Oh, right.
Has that not got to gut you? It's like this guy, this one person in his, like, completely irresponsible lifestyle just keeps absolutely screwing you in the arse, and it to the point that when you open up with a $20 million production, the little interview with his parents about, so your son's a bit of a screw-up, continues to outrate you. That just must hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, it must hurt.
Gutting, especially when you spent that amount of money. That's extraordinary.
Oh, exactly, and it's an obscene amount of money. And this is all a big lead-up because New Zealand is doing an X Factor next year with TV3. So hopefully we can pick a clean host. But I don't think that our hosts over here tend to have the same kind of things going on, do they, Wammo? You're a host. You're a breakfast host.
I could neither confirm nor deny. Hamish.
Oh, I'll leave it to the imagination.
Thanks very much.
Cheers, bro.
Hamish CR on Twitter.